Hey. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If you're out there, put on your bifocals, turn up your hearing aids. We got a great show for you today. Episode 25 of Collectin and Connectin, baby. We have a very special episode. But let me introduce our cohorts and our guests. We got Mr. Glenn, the accent wall legend. How you doing today, Glenn?
Doing well.
It looked like you were in a rave there for a second, Mr.
That's
New
just
Yorker.
a Jersey fist pump.
Haven't even gone to sleep yet. We got 3-ball 34 himself. How you doing, 3-ball?
Doing great. Excited about today. I like the Jersey fist pump. Let's do it.
I bet you are. Oh, I know. We need to incorporate that more often.
Yep, lots of fists in Jersey.
Oh my gosh! If y'all
there
heard
he
that
is.
voice, you know
there he is.
Our special guest, the man, the myth, the legend, the basketball legend, the Collectin Connectin legend, the mayor himself.
Not yet.
Sir Treaticus. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well.
Oh, that's right. You can clap.
Treaticus, let's go.
You can call me mayor in March. The election's in March. So
okay.
Early March.
Sir Mayor. Sir Future Mayor.
Does the fix in then? You know you're going to win before even running?
Well, if I didn't have a really good chance, I wouldn't even, tried. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know going in. In fact, my campaign manager, I was talking to him on the phone my first day. I was thinking about running. He said, "Are you a winner?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "All right, I'm in."
Nice.
So that's the deal. You got to be in it to win it.
That's it.
I've already known that about you, buddy. With your smooth jumper, you're a winner.
Damn right.
Even Scottie Pippen knows that.
Yeah, Scottie does know that. And, there is a lot of debate I've heard lately that MJ would not have done anything without Scottie. Ooh. And I'm the one that really pushed Scottie to try harder, work harder. Whoa. People think it was MJ. But when I hit that three in his face back in the summer of 91, it really inspired him to try harder because it was embarrassing.
I heard there was a locker room heart-to-heart between you and Scottie. Can you talk about that?
Well, it wasn't really a heart-to-heart. I just kind of told him. I said, "Listen, you represent us all, and it's time for you to step your game up. And if somebody like me can hit a three in your face, you got work to do, young fella."
Scottie's Arkansas's own, and so is Treaticus. Not yet mayor of Arkansas, but mayor of CNC.
Why, baby?
I don't know about that. Who is really the mayor of CNC? Probably be SDA. SDA is more of the mayor. He makes sure the trains run on time, I think, right?
I don't know. We were talking about this off screen as for how things started. I'd love to ask you about that. SDA and Ariel definitely seem like board members, and you're kind of the face of the franchise, big man.
Yeah, man. It was isn't it crazy that it was just a year ago? It feels like a long time ago, right?
Wait, time out. 1 year. This is the 1 year anniversary of Collectin and Connectin.
That's
baby.
Right. That's when everything came together.
Wow, that's crazy. It seems like 10 years ago.
It really does. And things have changed a lot, right?
Yeah.
The podcast got more handsome.
Almost like good vibes are infiltrating Top Shot.
It's almost like the good vibes won, right? The culture was so different then, and I didn't even honestly know it. I was kind of collecting on my own and having a good time. I didn't know I was supposed to be mad. Nobody told me. Nobody told me that I was supposed to put my life's dreams and ambitions into collecting NBATOPSHOT. I was just having fun and enjoying collecting, and I, did a dumb video, and all of a sudden, people start reaching out to me, going, "Hey, I have fun too."
I wish I could make a dumb video too.
Yeah, this is fun. Where you been? And it turns out there was a whole bunch of people having fun, But it had become so toxic. There was kind of this fear of saying anything positive that the FUD birds would come out and I guess I don't know. It happened to me a little bit, but not much. But I didn't give a damn what anybody was going to say. I was just going to have fun, right?
Yeah, King Brett and I were collecting on our own, similar to your experience, and just kind of talking to each other. And you'd want to celebrate a win or talk about a act that you got, and you'd want to post. But you did start to see a lot of negativity, and we were all drawn to you, Sir Treaticus, when we saw your videos and things like this popping up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
let's not talk about stuff popping up.
Yeah, take it easy. You see that come on your screen?
Tap that out, baby.
Yeah, tap that out. That changed the culture right there.
Isn't that funny? The app so long awaited, we all waiting for the app. And
well, like lots of things, you mentioned it feels like 10 years, King Brett. We've been in this together, and every week feels like months. It feels like so much stuff's happening, but progress is being made. The app, Roham put out last month a Thanksgiving tweet asking for things that you thought had been improved, and I saw the app come up a ton. There's been lots of improvements, and we have to think that Treaticus and CNC has something to do with that. Just the good vibes and keeping us all together. Love it.
Yep.
I would hope so, man. I think that it says a lot about the NBA Top Shot that the majority of us were having a good time, right? It just took us kind of finding each other, honestly. I mean, I posted videos. Ariel reached out to me, SDA, and Samuel D, and you guys, and it was just a bunch of people talking. And I can't remember. We started the chat first, I think, and well, I tell you what it was. SDA was doing this educational thing. He's always trying to educate.
Mm-hmm.
And
Learn to earn had the click throughs to earn the float. Yeah.
So he said, "Hey, why don't we do your videos, do this learn to earn thing, and let's create a community." And I can remember our first conversation. He was like, "Maybe we'll get 20 or 25 people." And then it just blew up, man.
Well, we were all in communities, right, Glenn? We were in the Knicks or the Mavericks, maybe NLL if we were, special that early, but just different groups. And you had everybody kind of mixed in. But to your point, Treat, finding those positive folks and kind of joining together was a really cool, special thing.
Now, there was a rumor that it was between you and one other collector to be the face of CNC.
Uh-oh.
Now it was you and Mets, right?
I think Mets is in the Discord, in the CNC Discord. But maybe our vibes are a little too good for Mets. He likes a little negativity now and then.
Depends on what day it is.
Day it is.
Shout out to our boy.
Yeah, but and here's another thing is that the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack, early on, was a real thriving community on Top Shot, right? They were all collecting the throwdowns, wasn't it?
Throwdowns.
Yeah.
Series 2.
Shout out to the Wolfpack. Oh, whoa, whoa.
Yes, great group. But they were kind of struggling a little bit, and so we kind of invited a bunch of those guys. Some of them a little shadier than others, like Spence,
Shout out, Spence.
And they just kept telling me, "Well, you just wait. You were Wolfpack. CNC is just a year behind Wolfpack. Y'all will all be, frustrated and angry, and it's just not happening, man. We just keep rolling and having a good time." And I think we've breathed some life back in the Wolfpack. Sometimes I go in that chat and I can't. I'm like, wait, which chat am I in? Because there's actually a lot of positive stuff going on over there.
I think it is starting to spread throughout other chats and whatnot. You mentioned the Discord. We're on YouTube where you're seeing us here, but we're also on Twitter, Discord, and Instagram. Love for you to come check us out, Collectin and Connectin.
Don't forget OnlyFans. You got to throw that.
Hey.
Oh,
Got to pay extra for that one.
That's that might hurt the campaign if the voters find that.
I thought that was
That's
the
why
campaign
we
you're
all
running.
wear masks.
It might help.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Pathfinder.
So Tap That App came out, was a great video. You've recently, since you have been in your race, have dropped a new video. And we have the 23-24 series that's out, and rookies are super hot, man. Talk to us about what's going on in the new series and that set. I know you're very proud to be a completer already of that one.
All right. I think you're probably looking at what 40 eventually in this set, maybe a little more. But with everything going on with the campaign, it's harder for me to kind of have a break in my schedule to do the pod and moment by moment. But it's easier for me just to do a one-off video here and there. So that's what I've been trying to do. But yeah, the stack them rooks, especially when they started announcing what's going to go on this year, like they're dropping all the rooks early, majority of them. And then depending on what you want to try to do as far as be on those rookies leaderboard to get these special rare or even legendary rooks from this class. And obviously this class is loaded, especially with Chet being in this class. So I thought it was a really great move, and obviously it's created a lot of excitement. And CNC last year, you guys got me all up in the rook debut. I wasn't going to collect them, but you guys convinced me to do it. So I'm in, man.
It was fun. There was a lot of hype behind it. And then people said there's going to be more hype this year with Chet and Wembanyama and the Thompson twins. And I wasn't sure that was correct. Just sounded like people hyping it. But, man, were they correct. This rookie set has been nuts. There's a lot of great players and a lot of Derek Lively. Shout out to the Mavericks. What up, King Brett?
Was waiting for it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. There's some solid players in there, and it's a really cool set. So jealous of you that you already completed it.
Well, and I think the one of the reasons I wanted to go ahead and just get that done is as the season goes on, they make these drops every week. We're going to see how the game and how the season affects these different sets, like throwdowns for the win, so that until there's enough good throwdowns, they're not going to drop throwdowns, right? They're going to wait until
hold out a little bit.
Yeah, they'll wait till the game shows them what to put in these packs, and the same with for the win. So I wanted to get that rook set rolling, so that I could kind of roll with whatever happens with the rest of the season. Which the in-season tournament has been a huge success.
Ooh,
a lot of hype around them. I can't, my Celtics, I'm sure are going to win it all.
Anything's possible. Miracles do happen.
Yeah, when this comes out, the in-season tournament will be wrapping up. It's been very cool to see throughout this first part of it. We've never seen it before, so it's new, and people are trying to learn how it works with the group play, and now getting to bracket and trying to win the whole thing. It's pretty cool that the winning team, each player gets $500,000, and then it kind of tears off of that.
They're motivated for sure.
You mentioned not being able to be on Moment by Moment and the podcast, and we didn't really get to have you on as for a goodbye or an explanation episode. And King Brett and I were able to kind of voice some of that. But to have you back here, you started running for the mayorship and didn't have time anymore. And we missed you so much. We're so happy to have you back on screen, buddy.
Man, miss you guys. It's I've missed our weekly time together to hang out and chat and visit, and hopefully when the race is over, I'll have a little more consistency in my schedule, be able to knock out some time and get back to be more regular with you guys. But man, I love what y'all been doing. Glenn, you've done a great job. Torque, and the guests are crushing it. I really love how we're just seeing more and more of we're showing the rest of the Top Shot community what we already knew is we got some really fun, neat folks part of our community, and it's just fun to see all the personalities. And I crack up. It's awesome. It's such good stuff.
So funny. We're having a great time each episode.
It's crazy how many talented people we have within CNC that, again, all of us were out there just flying solo, just surviving, collecting on our own. And now we get to learn.
And like, Premium SD has done all of my design marketing stuff for my campaign. And let's stop
and give him a shout out because he's been doing everything for CNC, and that's how you met him, and now he's helping you with your campaign.
Yeah.
Premium SD, shout out, buddy.
This guy, he's amazing, and he's doing this for me, but not at what it would cost somebody else, right? I mean, I'm paying him for the work, but not near his true value and what and so it's crazy to think about that relationship through Top Shot.
Yeah. That
now, the stuff he's doing for me in my campaign is just unbelievable.
Sending him a couple Wimbies.
That's not a bad idea.
Some funds go missing from the budget.
I'll have to check into that. I don't know if there's any laws on campaign funds and buying NFTs.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
You can change that law if there is one.
You know what? That's that'll be on my agenda.
Well, I want to go through. We have 2 new segments since you left the show, and want to bring those up to kind of get some talking and banter going. A little bit of Celtics stuff here. The first one we started doing is the Sticky Icky Wiki in honor of King Brett. What up?
Nice.
And we've been as we're searching and looking up things to prep for your episode. We usually find different things on Wikipedia that kind of sticks to us and we want to bring up. Regular season scoring on Wikipedia for the Celtics, man, is pretty impressive. There's some names on here that you recognize as well as have some moments of. But I want to talk about where 2 current guys are, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. How far up this list do you think that they get? You got John Havlicek and Paul Pierce up there just murdering. Larry Bird just had the anthology.
I think obviously Tatum will be with the Celtics if he can stay healthy. Like he's a career Celtic, right?
You would hope so.
I would hope. Man, and he's scoring at such a high rate. He might end up being the highest scorer in Celtic history. I don't know. You always get
that's 18,000 more points.
Yeah, that's
easy.
Yeah, he's the. But the question is, Jaylen Brown always ends up in trade talks. So I don't see him. I know they just signed him for another 5 years. Is that right?
Yeah,
something like that. I was shocked how close he was to Tatum. He's been scoring
1,000 points.
Yeah,
he's right there behind him.
He really is.
Wait, was Jaylen Brown drafted the year before?
Yes.
So he has 1 extra year on him.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go, Glenn.
There you
I know my stuff.
Antoine Walker is a Celtic people forget about. He was so good at Kentucky, and I loved it when he was on the Celtics.
He could score. I loved when he would shoot threes. He had He was a shit talker, and he was really funny to watch, man.
Great personality. But if those 2 guys stay together, if they keep them as the big 2 on the Celtics, you could see them being 1 and 2 for in scoring for the Celtics. They got to get that championship though, right?
Is this the year? You think?
I think they got to make a move. At some point to get a stronger bench. They've got this 6 really, really great players, and then
they're only playing 8 guys right now.
Yeah, you got Hauser and Pritchard who are not decent, but I don't think if they don't do something to strengthen that second group, I think they're going to struggle. That's like your Knicks, for instance, right? Your Knicks. Your Knicks have a strong bench, man. That makes a
They
difference.
They need to play more often sometimes. There was a game the other night there was a game weeks ago against Miami where they came out and they gave up 17 straight points after halftime, and Tibbs didn't pull them. He should have, after about 10 or 12, and he saw they came out flat, he should have just swapped them all out and saw what happened.
Yeah.
There's
So I don't
many
know.
gifs going around making fun of Jason Kidd for a similar thing of not calling timeouts on big runs and just kind of sitting there. So sometimes they don't want to jump in and take control, but 17 unanswered, you gotta make a move there.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
But I will say, at this point in the season, there's still so much to go. Not even midway, really. I like Drew Holiday. I think the Bucks made a mistake. I mean, not that Lillard's not good, but man, watching Drew play more, obviously I didn't watch a lot of Bucks games, but watching him, that dude is an elite NBA all-around player.
He does
everything.
He does. He's a hard worker, man.
He's unbelievable, and I don't know why they would, if they panicked after getting beat in the first round last year. That's just not a good move to get rid of that guy.
Well, they had to do something to keep Giannis happy, and I guess that move was to bring in a perennial all-star. But I agree with you. I love Drew. I think he's awesome.
Yeah.
And when you get Kristaps Porzingis, you have to think that you're probably not going to have the strongest inside presence as for rebounds and things like that. He kind of loves to play outside, so it makes sense to get a point guard that can rebound. He's getting 8 and 9 rebounds in certain games. Holiday is.
Yeah.
So that definitely helps you. And Horford's getting old, coming off to take his spot. So
and
to your point, they probably need some bench help.
They got to have some bench help, but Jalen and Kristaps are really connecting. I mean, they seem to really get along, and that's a nice combo. Kristaps.
And him having a full healthy year for the full year is kind of doesn't happen very often. Hopefully, knock on wood. Hopefully, he does. But
that'd be a big
he's hurt
question.
right now. Actually,
no way.
He's strained his hand.
Was it calf?
Or calf? Okay, maybe.
I thought it was a calf. I don't.
Yeah, you're right. I heard something that was a hand strain.
He's out for like a week or two, I think.
Glenn, we've been playing a game each week. Another new segment, testing people's fandom. Go ahead and intro that one to tell them what we're doing.
All right, we're gonna see if you're actually a Celtics fan or if you're just a casual guy who talks about them.
Casual. Casual treat.
Yeah.
I think these are going to be easy for you.
Name that player.
Ooh.
Speaking of Premium SD, shout out for that graphic.
Well, that looks good, doesn't it? That on the right is two-handed is how I used to dunk.
I was going to ask if that was a silhouette of you.
Yeah.
That's funny. We're going to bring up 3 players.
All right.
And test your fandom here. See what you got.
Here we go.
Celtics fan.
Now, I would have went older, but a lot of those photos are really blurry.
Well, that's going to hurt me.
Well, no, I went pretty recent.
Okay.
Let's start with an easy one. I'll go out of
one.
order because you already referenced him. So let's go ahead and get
There
this
we
out.
go. That's right. Now look at him, man. That's just that's a big guy.
Shit talker and could just flat stroke it from
Love
everywhere.
that guy. Love that guy.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you got him early without us even getting to the game, so I knew that was coming. Let's go to number 2.
Number 2. Here we got here.
Here we go.
Larry Bird.
All right, a little tougher.
Oh man, that's Kenny Anderson.
Yep.
Kenny.
Georgia Tech lefty. Loved his game. But
he was on the Celtics for about 5 years.
Yeah, but he where did he play most of his career? In New York?
The Nets.
The Nets, New Jersey. Man, I like Kenny Anderson a lot.
Hey, who is this?
What's that?
Isn't that Kenny Anderson?
That's Kenny Anderson.
I got Nick Anderson written down here.
Oh, it's Kenny Anderson. If I wrote it wrong, I apologize.
Kenny, yeah.
Dude, now he's a Georgia Tech guy, right? Him and was Chris Paul Georgia Tech? too?
I think
Who was
so.
the other? And there's
no. Chris Paul was North Carolina, wasn't he?
Wake Forest.
Wake Forest. Wait.
Okay, but who's the other? Who's the other Georgia Tech great point guard? Shoot.
Around that same time?
Not Stoudemire. Oh gosh, I cannot believe. I can see him in my. He played for the Timberwolves with KG.
You talking about Marbury?
Kevin Garnett.
Stephon. Didn't he play for Georgia Tech?
I think so.
Georgia Tech
I should know this.
Georgia Tech had a run of really great
should know that
point guards.
Stephon Marbury.
Yep.
I was thinking of Jarrett Jack. It was
yeah. Georgia
Chris
Tech.
Bosh,
Yeah, he
Mark
was.
Price.
Simple Jack.
Stick reference there, Brett. Only the deep cuts. Everybody will get that one.
Oh shoot.
Okay, last but not least.
Yeah.
This one's going to be fun. For your third, name that player.
Name that player.
Name that player.
Oh, it's oh gosh. I mean, he's their play-by-play guy now, right?
You got to know the name.
Come on.
I'm just drawing a blank. He's the White Mamba.
There's only so many white guys.
He's the White Mamba. I'm sorry. I know him. I'm just drawing a blank.
Brian.
Scalabrini.
There it is.
Hey.
Sorry.
Scalabrini.
Don't apologize to us. Apologize to all the other bosses.
Scalabrini. Yeah. Let's look at him. Good player.
That was a great photo right there of him.
You could use him coming off the bench right now.
You know what? He could be helpful. I think we already have him, but
you already have him.
It's what's that guy coming off our bench? That
Hauser?
No, the 7-footer. Oh gosh. He does his whole jump, tries to when people are shooting a three, just jumps.
He was on the Knicks too. I can't think of his name right now.
He's so good, you blacked it out.
Yeah, that's how bad our bench is. Right
I loved all the clips of him jumping from inside there.
Luke Cornett.
That's right. That's right. He's the modern day Scalabrini.
Oh, treat, man! This is the best. Hanging out with you. I've been missing you, and now we get to talk a little basketball and hang out. C&C, baby. 1 year. I still can't believe it. I can't believe how long that's been. I was looking back at DMs from me reaching out to you and you putting me in the chat. Just can't believe how long it's been.
That's crazy. And all the stuff we've been able to build. Website. All the online content, all the engagement with Discord and the relationship we have with NBA Top Shot. I feel like we're definitely tied together as far as where this thing goes, and we're big believers in it, and hopefully we'll be able to just keep riding the wave of fun.
I feel like a year ago we really wanted that open line of communication to be able to give feedback to Top Shot and have some communication back and forth. And here a year later, we feel like we've gotten there and we're growing weekly. Yeah.
And we've got, we're having fun with our buddies at Badge County and Tandy. And, it's cool to see us, not competitive, but help each other out, man. Help grow the platform and provide content for new collectors. Hopefully, at the end of the day, the space they're coming into today is just a lot more fun and welcoming than it was a year ago.
Yeah, a lot of us, King Brett and Glenn and I, we watch content of everyone else because there's room for everybody. We need to be pushing the basketball and pushing the product so that we can all talk about it and collect and connect together. So love that you're shouting them out. They have been doing a good job and staying consistent, and it's fun that we're all putting stuff out.
It is. It's I think Samuel D has become the go-to for kind of deep dive videos, right? I mean, the stuff that he's doing to really kind of break down the blogs and other stuff. And then Tandy, the dry humor.
A lot of people didn't pick up on it at first, and he's from a different place and things. He's got a lot of bits going on that he's just
it's
got
hysterical.
For sure.
It's hysterical. But the great thing about it is he's just not taking it. It's not taking it himself so serious.
Which is key.
It is key.
None of us are.
That's right. That's right.
Speaking of that and getting together IRL and not taking ourselves too seriously, I'm not sure if we brought this picture up before, but I love it. I need to hang it on my wall because you two guys are so cute together.
I don't like this.
Listen.
It's not going to pull up. It doesn't work.
Is this the grotto?
Yeah, I don't know that I pulled this up, but you two look so happy. Look at that cowboy hat, styrofoam cup. Shout out to one of Glenn's references.
That was so much. That was so much fun. That was a good day. Baby. That was a good day.
Wait, was that before or after the bathhouse?
Hey.
All I can say was a beautiful day out. The water felt great. We had a lot of good fun and laughs, some great food.
We did. Yeah.
I'm jealous. I hope we can all meet at some point.
Never felt so light before. Tree just scooped me up in his arms, and I just felt weightless.
It was a joy to hold you, my friend.
If you're out there and you get to go to a game or you get to meet people at a bar, at a restaurant, and it's Top Shot related, man, take a picture and make that memory. Whether you post it or not, make sure that you're documenting that stuff because it's so much fun that we're meeting people with a common interest, from all over the world and getting to collect and connect together. Pretty fun.
It is fun. I mean, the three of us we got to watch last year Derek White's amazing shot to force a game 7. And we're jumping around, and you guys aren't. You guys are Mavericks fans, but you guys were rooting as much as hard as I was.
High-fiving and yelling.
High-fiving, and somebody slapped some ass pretty hard.
We talk about that all the time, King Brett, where me and you are hardcore Mavs fans, but we're able to cheer for our friends and cheer for other teams because we're involved with Top Shot as well as we're building relationships.
And I definitely root, I guess, probably in the East. The Knicks are probably my favorite, my number 2 in the East, just because I love Brunson. I really like the way they play, so I find myself rooting for them. And there's other people on that team who have connections to CNC that are special.
Yeah, they are.
I agree. They come up like every episode. But yeah, I love JB. Brunson's so much fun to watch, and I think he's made the Knicks more fun to watch. He's really helping RJ and a previously mentioned player, and they're definitely on a tear. I hope they do well with this postseason.
Yeah. I was gonna say they usually play the Celtics pretty well. I don't. Did we beat you guys once this year, or did we lose twice? I can't remember.
I think you did.
I think it's 1-1, but for some reason the Knicks play pretty well against the Celtics. There's some teams that you play well against.
And then out in the West, since my Grizz are just in shambles, I'd like to see the Mavericks try to make a run, maybe get back to that Western Conference final. Which, by the way, I have that, and then there were 4. That's one of my favorite sets. One of the few rare sets that I have. But I collected it because the Celtics made it to the finals that year, so I wanted to collect the common playoff, the rare. Then there are 4, and I don't know that I'll ever get that legendary set, but I have all the 4 Celtic moments from that. But it is interesting that the Mavericks have such a great run. What do you guys feeling like you're starting to catch some momentum to get back there? No?
Go ahead, King Brett. No.
You want me to go first? I'm very excited, but I also know a 20-point lead is never a safe lead with the Mavericks.
Right.
If we can just close some games out, I think we can really do something special this year. But we're just having some issues kind of finishing strong. So,
I'd love to get down there and see my boy Grant Williams. I still have the premier Grant Williams TSD stack
He did call and ask when you're going to make it down. I told him hopefully soon. So
yeah. I need to get down there. And he, what a great presence on that team. He's got, he brings a lot to that locker room.
He's already the vocal leader. You can see him and timeouts and different things. Yeah. He's pumping the guys up, talking to everybody. Because Luka's more of, yes, he has a mouth on him, but he's more of a quiet leader. And I would say Kyrie's probably the same. So that's a huge.
Yeah, we needed a presence.
He's just Grant's a really, really smart guy, really smart player, hard worker. Anybody would want him on their team. I'm hoping to get over to Memphis, win some tickets, get over to Memphis and see Marcus Smart. And that'll be nice, even though the team's struggling. I will. That's a perk, right? Two of my favorite Celtics are actually closer to me. To be able to watch in person. I need to join the Mavs group. I need to get the Mavs moments to join so I can make a maybe get some tickets. Y'all got tickets this year?
We do. Got some tickets. Nice. You got to get in. It's not a lot. All you got to do if you're out there listening, you want to join a Discord, you just have to complete one of the sets from one of the series of your team. And right now, I think to get into Mavs, the cheapest series, it's like $30-$40 S4. Not that crazy, and get in and have some fun with us.
Do you have to sign a waiver that says you agree that the earth is flat?
That's only for New York Knicks fans, but you do that. Y'all don't even have queso up there. What are you talking about?
Ooh, queso. Hey, we didn't get to talk. I had to jump off. I was already in the mayor's race. I went to the queso.
The festival.
Or
whatever. Yes.
That was amazing.
I need to hook you up with a T-shirt. It was really good.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on a hat, but I'll settle for a T-shirt.
Mr. Cheese Dip himself.
We don't have queso festivals up here.
What kind of festivals you got in Jersey besides fisting festivals?
They're called festivals.
The fact that you knew what it's actually called so quickly makes me believe that it's a real thing up there.
No, we're just smart up here.
On Seinfeld, it's Festivus for the rest of us.
That's right.
They have everything. They have food truck festivals. They have.
Favorite Seinfeld episode. How about that? Can we add that to the?
Great question.
That would be.
I know mine.
I like Curb a little better.
Well, it's hard not to. With the cussing, sexual references, it's on HBO. Like, it's going to be more New York style, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
My favorite.
The same writer. Larry David's an incredible mind and has a great sense of humor. And so both shows are fantastic. It is tougher to watch with the. You got what do you call the laugh track? Kind of rough back in the 90s, but.
Yeah.
Vintage. My favorite is when George gets that toupee and Kramer sets him up with the bald girl and he won't date her.
She's bald. You're bald.
You're bald.
Elaine takes that thing and says, I like this. That's my favorite.
She throws it out the window.
Out the window.
You can hear the rest of them laughing their ass off that they were watching her do that, and they could not handle it.
There's so many life lessons in that, right? You're bald.
That's a great episode.
That's my favorite.
The outing is really good. The contest is really good when they're trying to stay master of their domain. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's a great one.
What about the Soup Nazi? That one's real.
Soup Nazi.
Yeah,
you felt like he was a character, but he was only in one episode, right?
I think so.
But you felt like he was in a bunch of episodes.
Felt like he was a staple of the show. Yeah,
he was definitely memorable, and from one episode, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
longevity.
That was a great one. That was a great one. Great show. That's probably my favorite show, comedy of all time.
You gotta like Parks and Recreation.
I really don't. It's too much like real life. I'm serious, man.
I come home from work and I watch work.
I can't watch it like that. That episode where a lady comes in the parks director's office and she's got like this bowl and she's like, I made this bowl in your pottery class and it's terrible, and throws it down. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. Like,
That's this pickleball court. It's horrible.
That's right. That's right.
Take my racket.
That's so funny.
You guys watch Archer?
Love it.
I've seen it. Yeah.
I got to go back and watch it more. I love that show.
Cartoons for adults. There's a bunch of those now with Rick and Morty, obviously The Simpsons and South Park and Family Guy have been around forever. But Archer was definitely something new that I really liked.
Yeah, underrated on that list would be Bob's Burgers.
Also, not talked about that much, and it's the same guy as Archer. It's the John Benjamin or what his name is.
Yeah,
it's funny. I love Bob's Burgers. I can binge watch some Bob's Burgers.
I keep saying burgers. I'm starting to get hungry.
Yeah,
Rick and Morty, Pickle Rick is amazing. That's my favorite Rick and Morty, Pickle Rick, that episode.
So putting y'all's hands together on the foods that we keep talking about. In college, where I went, they had a restaurant that you could go get queso burgers, and they put the queso on top of the burger, and oh my, that's fantastic.
I like that a lot.
Do that without the restaurant.
I like that a lot. Yeah. Now, you know what? We should do some sort of CNC queso thing where
I'm in.
Where here's the idea. We share
Brett didn't recipes. To hear it.
We share recipes. You got to cook somebody else's recipe. Like you put the recipes in there, and then there's like a generator of the randomizer, and you got to cook that recipe, and then we talk about it.
Here's a fun fact: is step one of that plan is already enacted. If you join the CNC Discord, there's a column down there for recipes. SDA already on it.
Already did it.
Mr. Home Chef himself. Shout out SDA.
That's right. I mean, pictures of some Wagyu beef there in the next day or two.
Ooh. Wagyu. What you got, Treat?
Now, I have to say, some of the pictures you put on there, Brett, of some of the restaurants you've been to.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man. I mean, I have serious FOMO when I see that because these places you're going to are like the best in the world.
Brett, talk to us about that. He works for a company, and they like to celebrate after they do well. Tell us about that.
Yeah. Well, we do. It's like when you make money, all of a sudden you want to start spending money. I'm actually going there in a couple days for my fiance's birthday. I'm very excited about it again. The bad thing is we went for our company. She loved it so much she wants to go there for every holiday ever. But yeah, it's a place in Dallas called Nick and Sam's. They're one of only 3 restaurants in the whole entire world that has actual A5 from Japanese Wagyu beef. They have some of the top meat cuts in the world that you can only get at their restaurant. Last time we were there, we saw Jake Paul, the fighter. The previous time, we saw Emmitt Smith when he was celebrating his rushing record. It is a small place. It's hard to get in. But once you're there, it is magical. Every single thing you taste, from the lobster truffle mac to the scallop mashed potatoes to the seafood tower.
Nice.
It's insane.
Nice.
Hey, Treat, tell us about small places that are hard to get into, but once you're in there, it's magical.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, time out. I've been to Treat in his hometown. You walk into a restaurant, people are like, "Oh, hey, hello, sir. Hello, sir. Let me shake your hand." I'm like,
and he's not even the mayor yet.
You weren't even running for mayor yet, and you're famous. So, like,
well, funny story. King Brett showed up in his pajamas.
That will
his
happen.
Christmas pajamas.
I did. It's pronounced onesie, and I did it for you.
Onesie.
I was so nervous about meeting royalty. I was like, "How do I get someone famous?"
It was so much fun.
Ridiculous a-hole out of yourself, and then it breaks the ice.
It was perfect. I love the onesie.
Man, those fried pickles there were so good.
That's a place called Copper Mule here in Bryant. It's a really good restaurant. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Your neighbors probably thought nothing of it. It's just another person in costume going into the treat house.
I mean, it's just part of it. Nobody's surprised. We're chill here. We're laid back. We're accepting of all the people.
They really thought, they were like, oh, there's treats, saving another homeless guy's life, buying another random guy some food. Good for him.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Yeah,
Treat, man.
That was a good time.
Yeah, thank you for all your positivity, man. It's going to take us a minute to wrap up. I know we all want to tell you thank you. I know you're not the one person that started it, but part of the group, and we wouldn't have CNC without you. So thank you, man, from everybody.
Oh man, the pleasure's mine. I'm having a blast. It's really really fun. It's a great time to be alive. That I can have friends from all over the world. That I laugh at the things that you guys say,
or with
and at. Yeah.
And at the things that I'll sit and laugh about that you guys are talking about, whether it's Discord, whether it's on the show or in the chat, it's constant entertainment and around something we all really love, the NBA. It's the pleasure's all mine. I'm having a blast.
Now, on a serious note, it really is about perspective in life. You know, there's people that you say, oh, they're always so happy, or there's people that you say, oh, they're always so sad. And it really is a choice. You have a choice to look at positivity and find the positivity and the love and in the world, or you can sit there and complain and think about all the things you don't have.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that because, Clinton, Three Ball and Brett know this, a little more of this story, but, 2022, the end of 21 and most of 22 was the hardest year of my life. And I'm real grateful that all you guys came along right at the right time to really give me something that's a lot of fun when it was a lot of heavy stuff happening, right? Yeah. So it's like that, right? You get just what you need at just the right time. And CNC's been that for me. There's no doubt.
Yeah, none of us know what each other is going through. At the time, collectively, we were all coming out of the pandemic and having trouble with relationships and being together and things like that. But then you mix in a couple other personal things, it was that much tougher for certain people. And so to find camaraderie and community, it's such a buzzword and people kind of think we're overdoing it, but it's so important to be able to reach out to you guys, talk to you about anything, much less basketball. So
not a day goes by that I don't just enjoy being friends with you guys. It's just it's a real blessing.
I haven't even talked
yet. When is CNC Con coming up?
That's a great question. We need to make that happen. Originally some of the plans were CNC was going to have like 3 different. We're going to have a media arm and a convention arm and something else. I don't know.
Queso arm.
The queso arm. There was 3 different things we were going to create, 3 different businesses. But I have to ask Ariel that. He's got those files somewhere.
I think step by step we're getting there, and we're building and growing. Our Discord's growing every day, and we're tapped out on our Twitter chat. But we're definitely growing in numbers. And we're going to get together and have IRL more in the future. It's already been happening in small groups. I love to see Ariel and SDA and those guys get together with Top Shot Wizard. And you see others joining up. And we've gotten to see each other in person. So keep it up.
Yep. Got to keep it up.
For real treat, though. They all said stuff. They all cried. I'm not going to cry. You can't make me cry.
I promised I wasn't going to.
But for real, man, thank you for being you. Because we were all looking for something, and you were kind of the guy who brought us all back together. I know SCA and Ariel, but, man, getting to know you, getting to do this collecting, connecting thing, all from this silly thing called Top Shot. Like, who would have thought from where we started to where we are now? And it makes me even more excited to see where we're going to be celebrating our 2-year anniversary you know, and how many more lives and people we've impacted and good vibes we pushed out there. So I know you got a lot going on, but we are very grateful and appreciative of you for being you and doing what you do, and just you know,
Thanks,
just
man.
don't stop. Don't stop, baby.
I won't, man. I won't. That's very kind.
Love
Very kind. I appreciate you saying that. But
don't forget about us when you become mayor.
Feelings mutual, man. Hey, listen, you guys will be be a major part of my life from here on out. There's no doubt about it. If I have anything to do with it.
Can you appoint us like cushy positions that don't actually do anything but make money?
You know, I can't do that.
If you want to move there and apply for a job and start working, maybe we can
I'm booking my ticket right now.
That's the honest mayor we know, right there.
But I'll tell you that now, people. This is truth. I'm gonna tell you, this is the local level is where you can make the most difference. Like, I don't have an experience in the federal or state level, but I'm telling you, if you want to get involved in really seeing where your tax dollars go and how it impacts your community, you get involved locally, and there's room for you, because a lot of times community people aren't engaged at that local level. They don't even know who's on their city council. They don't know their city budget, and those are millions and millions of your tax dollars. And so that's why I always try to encourage people. The national political stuff, I got plenty of my own opinions about that, but I'm convinced local is where you need to really put your energy, because it makes the most difference in what's happening in your life today. So get involved, run for office.
Be the change you want it to be.
That's right.
That's
right.
To tie that back to Top Shot, I mean, locally is where you're going to see change, and you look on the docket, and several things are going to affect you that you'd be voting for that would be around your town. And you need to get involved locally with Top Shot. You need to join your team's Discord if you're close to a team, and then spread out from there. But definitely start with your local squad.
Wait to spread.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can have you on to celebrate you winning the mayorship after March. But definitely need to have you on a year from now to celebrate the 2-year anniversary, as King Brad alluded to.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. I really appreciate it. And I can't agree with you anymore, Three Ball. You're exactly right. If you are collecting Top Shot, you need to be doing it in community. It's another level. It's so much more fun. So definitely jump in, and there's room for you.
Except in the chat on Twitter, but there's room for you.
The Discord is way more popping than it has been, and I love that everybody that was in the Twitter chat is active now in the Discord, and you can see our numbers growing. I think we're close to 600 or more, and lots of fun voices and people hanging out. So keep it up, Treat.
Thanks, guys. Awesome time. Great time.
Yes, sir. King Brett, Glenn, thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. CNC, thank you guys for watching.
Right.
Yes, sir.